your back on the side, you just have your iPad, and then you can go down, but we've worked at the level. Thank you very much, Jasmine. Couple of forward to ribs. So give tough and ribs out on that. It's a bit better. That faster, and then you get your hands back. So you were doing it as if you had loads more time. Standing right, stand up, full, come out the side. Just stable on that. Hold the straight out, leg move, technique, third down here this week, hold the straight out, straight in the ball. Always used to be kind of the old one, and I realised the more sort of just got the pieces very like Smith, the real the original one was more like the other one. What I realised was this one is the new one. A lot lower. Sam, what difference? Now you know what you're doing it. No, that's a lot better. With less chest and arms. You just need to adjust on that. It's good. Yeah, it's very good.
best to have that.
So hands up on your heart.
Turn it up, cause it's getting heavy. Wow, wow, West Coast. These are the girls I love the most. I mean the ones, I mean like she's the one. Yes, touch her, squeeze her bones. Girl's afraid she drive a Jeep and live on the beach. I'm okay, I won't play. I love the bay, just like I love LA, Venice Beach, and Palm Springs. Summertime is everything. Homeboys hanging out, all that ass hanging out. Bikinis, bikinis, martinis, or wings, just the king and the queen. Katie, my lady, look at here, baby. I'm all up on you, cause you representing California.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are 7 a.m. on the west coast of Canada. We're 10 a.m. on the east coast, Eastern Standard Time. We're like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Honolulu, Hawaii, where we're athletes, and we are 3 o'clock in Great Britain. This is the FINA Virtual Grand Prix, hosted by Diving Plongeon Canada. We have 18 judges signed to this event, a panel of 7 this event to win 3 meter prelims. It's always to introduce our sponsor. This event is presented by One Square Phillips. So, for Canada, dive for Zora. Heading out to Sheffield, this is Amy Rollinson, 405B. It's an 2.5. Pipe position. We'd like to welcome all those viewers just tuning in to the FINA Virtual Grand Prix. We're just underway on diver number 5 in the first round. This is Amy Rollinson in Sheffield, representing Great Britain at this Virtual Grand Prix. Thanks for tuning in. This is 60 points for Amy on this dive. We have 34 divers, 4 locations, cameras in 3 countries. And one of those countries is US. We're back now in Indiana for Kristen Hayden. She is performing a 5.15-2B. It's a 2.5. One twist. Originally from Hillsborough, New Jersey, that was Kristen Hayden. Dives at the University of Minnesota, communications major. Hoping to put that into a broadcast career. We wish Kristen all the best of luck in that. Kristen performed her dive at the Rip Fest Club and is after her performance, she is getting the scores from our judges who are located in several different countries. 58.50 points. Judges see that dive in a real-time competition and then enter those scores into the UJudge scoring platform. And it's broadcast to the studios. This is the last diver of round number 1, Margot O'Meara, Rip S, performing the 405B. It's an inward 2.5 pipe position. Margot heading off to Duke University late summer and early fall. 4 successive state championships in the high school for Margot. She was the first female diver to accomplish that feat. Congratulations on that. Hey, that's the end of round number 1. Sorry you missed a little bit of that. We were a technical issue as we brought you into a live broadcast. 58.5 points for Margot on her opening dive. You are going to see the results on the leaderboard. Our judges will not see this screen, trying to keep the event as transparent as possible, and they don't get to see the results ongoing, but you do, and there's page 2 of your results coming at you now. This is the FINA Virtual Diving Grand Prix, and we are coming to you from many, many different technology and broadcast views. Bear with us for some of the small glitches. Getting things underway. Back to round number 2. Caitlin Fung, a 205B, 2.5 pipe. Caitlin is performing her dives in Toronto, Canada. This is the Toronto Pan Am pool for the 2014 Toronto Pan Am Games. The Toronto Dive Academy was then created, and they have some excellent high performance diving going out there. Third year at TDA for Caitlin, and the scores are coming in from our judges. You're going to see them now. 45 points for Caitlin. 5s and 2 4.5s was the low for Caitlin on her second dive. Let's head out to Sheffield. Representing Great Britain, this is Keely Eaglestone. 5-1-5-2-B for 2.5. 1 plus fight position. Junior European bronze medal. Little control issue on the distance up there. I'm sure the judges took note of some of those things. 40.50 point for Gailey. Our next athlete is performing in Montreal at the Olympic Park Sports Center. This is Olivia Timandi from Canada, 305B. It's a reverse 2.5. FINA World Junior Championship double bronze medalist, Olivia Timandi. We get the benefit of an entertainment value, a couple of replays. The judges saw that live, real time, and entered their scores into the UJudge scoring software and sent off to the studios and then broadcast out to you. There's 60 points for Olivia. 3 6.5, so low of 6, 3 7s on that dive. Heading back to Indiana, we are looking at Nora Falka representing Slovakia, performing a 107C. It's a 4.3.5 top position.
Follow Ronnie Cycli on Twitter at Ronnie Cycli.
Technical issue on the recording of that dive. We didn't get a replay for Zora. Judges did get the chance to see it and have entered their scores for Zora. There's 32.20. We'll struggle on the takeoff there for Zora, working to improve upon that as we advance on to the finals. We're back to Great Britain in Sheffield. This is Amy Rowlandson, 107B for 3.5 height position. Big shout out to our camera operators to follow the locations in the different pools. We also have an on-deck referee in each location, ensuring things are run smoothly and properly. Coach Stephen Hewitt will be okay with that dive. We get to see that dive one more time at real time for the benefit of one of our judges. Technical glitch on their tablet or laptop that they're watching it on. Get real time one more time to score it properly. 38.75 points for Amy on that dive. Let's head back to Indiana at Rip Fest. This is Kristen Hayden performing a 107B. It's a forward 3.5 pike position. "23-year-old Kristen, University of Minnesota athlete, communications major. I need a little bit of that myself. Nice effort by Kristen on that dive. The judges' scores are coming in 54.25 points, 3 5.5s, 3 6s, and a high of 6.5. Staying in Indiana, this is Margot O'Meara representing RipFest, 205B with a back 2.5 somersault pike position. Nice solid effort on back dive. You get to see a little more slow motion at 80%. You get to see some of the beauty of that dive and also some of the flaws if there were any. But there were 7s in there, 6.5s, 60 points total from Margot. I think she'll be happy with that. End of round 2 has just been happening. This is the FINA Virtual Grand Prix Canada Cup, and you get to see the results on the leaderboard. We have 7 judges on our panel and the standbys in case there are technical issues at one of the home studios for our judges. The panel in Regina, Quebec City, Edmonton, Hawaii. We have a judge watching the event from our home in Edinburgh, and Hampshire, England as well. Now we're going to start round number 3. This is from the 305B. It's a reverse 2.5 pike position. Caitlin struggling just a little bit this morning. You guys not the best of her efforts, but knows that to get through the prelims and advance on to the finals and make some vast improvements there. She and her coaches will have a time to work on technique. Only 21 points on that dive for Caitlin. Let's go and visit Sheffield, England. Kelly Eaglestone, a 205B. It's a back 2.5 pike position. Ponds Forge International Sports Centre there in Sheffield, England, UK. Callie was a gold medalist at the Dresden Youth International. That's a tough youth competition. Good for her getting the gold in that event. 39 points on that dive. Looking for some improvements as we advance on to the finals. Let's go to Canada. This is Montreal pool. Olivia Chomande performing the 1:07 forward 3.5 height position. The Olympic Park Sports Center there in Montreal, built for the Olympic Games, been refurbished a few times and is the site of the FINA Montreal World Series event. Very much look forward to having one of those sometime in the future. 52.70 points for Olivia on that dive. Let's go back to Indiana. This is Zora performing the 3:05C, reverse 2.5, top position. Attends the University of Denver. She is a Washington State diving champion. 21-year-old Zora Palka, representing Slovakia in this competition and looks to be representing Slovakia at the Tokyo Olympics. 46.20 points on that dive for Zora. Back to Sheffield, Amy Rowland, 3:05B, reverse 2.5 height position. Solid effort on the takeoff there for Amy. Replay, you can see her really press that board and lift and reach out, looking for the water. Not a bad effort on a reverse dive. I think coach should be happy. Let's see what the judges have to say. Six and a half and sixes in there. 57 points total for Amy on that dive. Back to Indiana. Kristen Hayden performing a 2:05B, back 2.5, late position. Diving at Rip Fest. This is Kristen. She was a U.S. diver at the 2016 World Junior Championship. Training there with John Winfield down at Rip Fest. 58.50 points. Low of a 5.5 and a highs of 7 on that guy. We're going to stay in Indiana. This is Margot performing a 3:05B, reverse 2.5 white position. You and I get to see a replay. Nice height off that board. Really good, solid reverse dive there for Margot. She and coach will be happy. The judges' scores have been submitted and are now coming up on our screens. 66 points on that one, 4 7.5s and 3 sevens rounding out the score. After round number 3, you're going to see the results on your leaderboards. Judges, again, do not see these leaderboards on their tablets or screens that they're watching this real-time competition on. Standby judge in Fort Lauderdale who informed us this morning that the first platform that's just been installed on their outdoor construction of their very unique refurbished facility there in Fort Lauderdale. We're looking forward to having Grand Prix events back in that location and some high dive events as well. Caitlin Fung is performing a full court dive. It's a 1.05 feet for 2.5 height position. We're seeing that dive one more time for one of our judges in real time. Scores coming in for 44.40 points, a couple of sevens in there, and 6.5s and a low of 5.5 for Caitlin. Heading back to Sheffield, this is Bailey 305C reverse, 2.5 top positions. Like a little trouble on the end of the board, balance issue perhaps, not so obvious in the replay. Didn't quite ride that board up high enough, but finish on the bottom. The judges are going to answer their scores. They have done so, 58.80 points, 7.5, some sevens in there. Good recovery for Kaylee on that dive. Let's head out to the Olympic Sports Center in Montreal, Canada. Olivia, 205. This is a back 2.5 height position. Eight-time FINA Grand Prix medalist Olivia on her dive. This back 2.5 in the pike position. Nice, solid, tight pike. Her and her coach down on the deck in Montreal, watching the replay and heading some direction. 60 points for that dive for Olivia. Representing Slovakia, this is Zora. She's diving in Indiana at the moment. It's a 205B. It's a back 2.5 height position. Sometimes you see a dive and know that they would like a do-over. Well, sort of get that opportunity in the finals of this competition. The 7 athletes that are in this event will all advance on to the finals. Let's look for some improvements on the 25.50 points, which is a replay of that dive. Back to Sheffield. This is Amy. She is performing a 5-1-5 PB. It's a 2.5 somersault, 1 twist pipe position. Replay for Aiden's dive. Judges saw it in real time, entered the scoring software platform, and there are 55.50 points awarded for Amy on that dive. Going to head out to Indiana. This is Kristen Hayden performing a 3.05B reverse 2.5 somersault 85. No replay on that dive, unfortunately, coming in, but the scores were there. The judges saw it real time, 61.50. Good solid performance by Kristen on that dive. Staying in Indiana at Riverbed, this is Margot O'Meara, 107C with a forward 3.5 somersault position. The advantage of a couple of replays here for that dive by Margot. So waiting a score coming in from the judge in Edinburgh, who's joining us today. We have those scores in there now. This is end of round number 4. This is the FINA Virtual Grand Prix. You can see the results on your leaderboard. This event is hosted by Diving Montreal, Canada, presented by One Square Phillips and Speedo Canada, supported by FINA. Water is our goal. We are just about ready for the 5th and final round of diving in this women's 3-meter prelims. 7 athletes performing 5 dives in front of our panel of 7 judges. We are going to head out to Toronto for the start Round number 5. This is Caitlin Young, 5152B, forward 2.5 somersault, 1 twist, right position. Caitlin indeed got stronger and stronger as the competition went on. Vast improvements in her performance the last 2 rounds. She's focused on the 2024 Olympic Games. She won medals in all 4 of her events at the 2019 Pan Am Juniors. Scores coming in for Caitlin, 63 points on that dive. Good solid finish for Caitlin in the prelim. Let's head out to Sheffield. Eaglestone, 405C, on an inward 2.5 somersault. A solid finish for Kaylee. Scores are coming in for Kaylee on her final dive. 54 total. There's a 6 in there, 6.5, and a high of 7.5 to finish out her prelim performance. We're going to head out to Montreal. This is Olivia Pirande, performing a 515 degree forward 2.5 somersault, 1 twist, right position. Promise you, we're going to Montreal. There we go. And Olivia is ready to perform. You look close and you can see a replay on the pool deck there for Olivia. We missed it on in the studio. 58.50 points for Olivia to round out her prelim round. Heading out to Indiana, this is Zora Abalka representing Slovakia. Performing a 5-2-3-5 deep to back 1.5 somersault, 2.5 twists. Another strong finishing dive. All of the athletes have been warmed up and are ready to go now in round number 5 as they finish off their prelim rounds. Again, I think most of them know that they're moving on to the finals, so they get a chance to perform in front of our judges, get their scores, get their rankings, and then move on to the finals of this event. 44.80 points for Zora on that one. Heading out to Sheffield, this is Amy Rollins in her final dive from the prelims, 205 feet, at 2.5 somersault. As a diving fan, I'm liking what I'm seeing in this final round. That's a good, solid dive for Amy. Back 2.5 in the pike position. You can watch the replays in slow motion and give your own assessments. What is your score compared to the judges' scores? 61.50. 6.5s and 7s in there from our panel of expert judges. Heading to Indiana, this is Kristen Hayden performing her final dive at 405B in with 2.5 pike position. Solid finishing dive from a Kristen. I'm going to score that a 7.5. My scores don't matter. What's your score at home? Play along. Let's see what the judges have to say about that. They're the ones that know what they're looking for. I've seen a lot of diving, and I'm just a diving fan, not a technician, not a coach. I was there, 7.5, 3 7s, and 2 6s. One of you play along at home with this next one and see how you compare to our panel of expert judges. This is Margot, our final dive of the competition. Margot O'Meara, 5152B for 2.5.
Follow Ronnie Cycli on Twitter at Ronnie Cycli.
Twisting dives are always a little tougher for me to analyze myself. That's why I'm commentating and not judging. I'm going to say 6.5 on that one, probably low. Well, there's a couple of 6.5 from our judges. Thank you for agreeing. We're a low of 6 and a high of 7. 58.50 points from Marco. Hey, you're going to see the leaderboard, and we're all going to see the leaderboard. The judges get a chance to see that for the first time. There's our first 4 athletes, Margot and Kristen, followed by Amy, Olivia Chamandi in 4th position right now. And rounding out with our second page, Caitlin, and Zora. All 7 athletes advancing into the finals. We take the opportunity to thank our judges who are sitting in their home studios around the globe watching these performances in real time. Massive thank you to our production team putting this show together. This is powered by Integrated Sports Systems, our team at ISS, and DPC TV. This concludes the women's 3-meter prelims. Thanks to Diving Plongeon Canada for hosting this virtual Grand Prix, aka Canada Cup.